Middleweight standout, Collin Huckbody. What's going on, Collin?
It's going well. Thank you for having me on your show to help promote the fight.
No doubt, man. Now I was reading that you have brothers, growing up with brothers. There's a lot of good stories of fighting, and I saw that you used to put on the gloves and get down with your brothers. Can you give us any good stories?
Well, even though I come from a small town, I feel like there was just a lot of fight culture around where I was growing up, and I bought my first pair of boxing gloves when I was in like 8th grade, and always kind of loved the thought of mixed martial arts.
All right. Now, in college, you decided that you wanted to pursue fighting. What exactly convinced you to do that?
Just competing my whole life. I've always had a desire to compete and really test myself. So, this led to that, and I feel like I was kind of training for this all along.
All right. Now, after an amateur career, you went pro. You in the beginning you had a couple wins, couple losses, and then you finally got your first title in early 2019, North Star Combat middleweight champion. What does that accolade mean to you?
7 wins and 2 losses, and anytime you get a championship, it feels good. And he was a tough opponent, 8-6, decent record. I take pride in fighting tough opponents as well. He wasn't the toughest one I've fought. I really think I have experience from those losses that I took early on, and now I'm on a 4-fight win streak. So momentum is on my side, and I really want to prove that on August 25th.
Your first fight, your professional debut, you took on a guy, I believe he had like 60 fights or 50 fights.
Yeah.
How did that get put together?
Yeah. I just got a call one day from the promoter, obviously. And, that was a great moment going pro, for sure. Yeah.
Well, like having somebody like that as your first fight as a pro, was that extra nerve-wracking for you? So with all that experience that the dude had?
No, I felt like my wrestling would carry me through. I felt like I had a strong grappling base, and I think I was going to school at the time as well, and just kind of halfway in it still. But it paid off, and it was one of those unforgettable moments, out in Newtown, North Dakota.
All right. Now, the last time we saw you in the cage was around 10 months ago, the longest layoff of your professional career. Any major changes you've made over that time?
I've been just staying consistent in my training, just taking the breaks when I need to take them so I don't burn out, because there's a good balance in life, and you gotta know when to take it back and when to go forward. But I think with my experience training at Jackson Wink and getting those cage rounds, and also my team back home is like a family. We have a family atmosphere. I really think the love from them is all going to pay off on this fight. So the layoff hasn't affected me, no. I feel good.
Do you feel like you found the perfect balance right now with your team at home, with that family environment, and then you go to Jackson Winks and get that, I guess the big name training partners that you need?
Yeah, I was there for 3 weeks, and then I feel like I did 4 to 5 weeks back here. And it was a perfect balance for me and the coaches I work with. I feel like are going to make a difference in this fight.
Did you incorporate anything different the last 10 months? Did you add anything to your regimen?
I don't want to give too much away for the fight. I go in there with a game plan and plan to execute that. But obviously, I'm always trying to add new techniques every time I train. I'm not a one-dimensional fighter. If I really can mix it up in there.
All right. Where do you feel like you developed the most though throughout that time?
Probably my stand-up.
Who have you been working with your stand-up?
Joey Villasenor. I got a boxing coach who's got heavy golden gloves, who just been sharpening that basic boxing. And I'm just been Mike Winklejohn, of course. He helped me with open arms, and I appreciate that. So You know, it's just good to get those different looks, and I think I've been doing that well and taking care of myself.
Well, how long has this camp been, man? Because when did you actually find out about the Contender Series first off?
I think like 2 months ago,
Okay.
sometime. Yeah.
So you haven't known for like 6 months like some other fighters.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I had different fights lined up before this, but
Yeah. Cancel fights, right? Now, you know, so you've been in camp for about 2 months then, 8 weeks.
yep.
So what was the balance? I think you said earlier that you spent what 3 weeks or 4 weeks out at Jackson Winks leading up to this fight. So right now you're currently in Minnesota?
St. Cloud, Minnesota. Yep.
Okay, so you went back. Why did you decide to go back? Why didn't you just go straight from Albuquerque to Las Vegas?
Well, my coaches back home are cornering me for this fight, so I wanted to reconnect with them and get on the same page with them as I came back.
And just fly out with them then.
Yep.
All right. Now, Kyron Bowen, you know, what are your thoughts on him and the style that he has?
He has a crafty stand-up, I think. Decent amount of fights. But, you know, I don't think he's seen my past 4 fights on film, so it's tough for him to say I need to change it up when those fights weren't even out there for him to see. But, yeah, I think he has a respectable stand-up, and, yeah.
When you stack yourself against him, where do you feel like you exceed better than he does besides the wrestling?
I think the grappling. I've trained with some tough grapplers, and I feel like that is going to pay off. I've worked hard there. So, yeah.
Do you see like this fight playing out mostly on the canvas, or do you just see a mixture, like it's going to be all over the place?
Probably a mixture of everything.
Okay.
You know. Yeah.
How do you see
I just can't wait to compete.
Yeah.
You know, fun in there.
So what type of performance do you need to have, do you feel like, to earn this contract?
Just do my thing. Don't make too much of a big deal out of it. It's something I've been training for. It's I grew up competing in wrestling my whole life, so I'm used to the nerves, I feel like.
So that's the mentality that you're taking into this fight, compared to like a lot of guys, they go in there thinking that this is the biggest opportunity of their life and kind of underperform. Do you see that happening a lot in the past on the Contender Series?
No, I haven't. I really, I really think that I got the style that's gonna be fine for that atmosphere.
All right. Now, could we possibly see another arm triangle finish in this fight? Because man, it seems like you really love that submission. I think you got 4 of them so far.
Yeah, well, I got some. I got my arm bar too.
Yeah.
Guillotine. Put them away. I'm trying to put them away. I got a couple decisions too where I've grinded through, and just kept it on the feet as well. So, yeah.
But when you got something that people can't stop, you might as well keep doing it, right?
I guess we'll see.
Yeah, for sure. One last thing, like there's different types of individuals in this sport, and I usually think of 2 types of individuals, like a martial artist, and then there's the prize fighter mentality. Where do you feel like you fit in more?
I'd say I'm a mix of both in a certain way. I have an intensity that I bring to the cage that I think a regular fight fan will respect, and I also have the mixed martial arts perspective. So I think that's ultimately what I'm trying to do.
All right, man. August 25th, Contender Series, Las Vegas. Collin, appreciate the time. Good luck on the fight. Safe travels, and we'll be speaking soon, man. Hopefully with your UFC debut coming up.
Yes, sir. That's the ultimate goal, my friend. So thank you for the time.